Welcome in, joined by Teddy Covers at Teddy_Covers on Twitter and Mr. Dave Koken at Dave Koken on Twitter. WagerTalk and SportsMemo.com. We are talking an AFC West matchup for Sunday Night Football. The Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. 6.5. The Chiefs are a favorite. Total 56.5, 57. And Dave, I'll ask you here. We've already seen the Raiders take down the Kansas City Chiefs earlier this year. Is this one of those situations where some teams are just a better matchup against others? And in this point, are the Raiders just a tough matchup for Kansas City this week?
Well, look, I think it's fair to say the Raiders have turned out to be better than most people thought they would be. If I were to make out a ticket for Coach of the Year right now in the NFL, Mike Tomlin would be a candidate because the Steelers are 9-0, and I think he deserves some credit for that. Brian Flores would certainly be a candidate for what he's done with the Dolphins. And John Gruden would be as well. The Oakland Raiders look like, dare I say this word, a lock to go over their projected win total. And they're a playoff contender at this point. But there are some things that point to Kansas City here. And then there's some things that point against them. So we'll talk about both of them. The points that go for Kansas City, there is not a chance in the world they've forgotten about the first meeting. In fact, Andy Reid, who normally is not given to this type of hype, if you will, made a point of mentioning that, well, I'm paraphrasing what he said here, but let's just say that he and the team weren't real happy about the Raiders evidently taking a victory lap or two in their team bus outside the stadium after upsetting the Chiefs. That got noticed. The revenge factor is strong here. It does matter. This is one of the games. The Chiefs are obviously going to be in the playoffs to defend their Super Bowl championship, but this is one of the games that really matters to them. The downside, and this is the struggle for me here, is I don't know what Kansas City's got on their offensive line at this point. They've got some injury issues on the OL, and I don't care who you are. You can have Patrick Mahomes. You can have great running backs, great receivers. You take the starting offensive line and bust it up for a game, and you can lose that cohesiveness. And that could be an issue against a Raiders team that I think honestly believes they're really good. I might not think they're that great. I don't know what Teddy thinks. I don't know what you think. I think they're a decent team. I don't think they're at the level they're playing. But the important thing is they think they're at that level. And they showed some killer instinct on Sunday against the Denver Broncos. Drew Lock had a lot to do with it. He was terrible. But the Raiders made sure to take advantage of those situations, and they slammed that team. I like Kansas City some, but I don't know that it's going to be on my ticket right now. The uncertainty of the offensive line and the fact that I think the odds makers and the betting market are well aware of the revenge situation and what Andy Reid had to say. I think that's influenced the line. So I'm not prepared to lay the points in this game just now. That could change later in the week, but as of now, a lean to the Chiefs, but not a play.
It's interesting, too, Teddy. I mean, we know the formula, right? Keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline. We've seen this Raiders team be able to ground and pound their way and control the ball, control time of possession. Going to have to be something they're going to need to do if they're going to stay in this game, isn't it?
Well, I mean, let's talk about that first meeting. 40-32, the Raiders won. All right, they were down in that game 14-3, and then went on a 37-10 run over the rest of the ballgame. And then the Chiefs scored a meaningless touchdown on the final drive. The second half, Chiefs offense goes punt, interception, only one first down before that late meaningless touchdown drive. And the interception came on fourth down. Oh, by the way, that's the only interception Patrick Mahomes has thrown all season. Raiders defense got it. Mahomes taken 12 sacks this year. Raiders gave him 3 in that one game. We saw the defense for the Raiders. They dominated last week. Okay, I mean, their lock was was in clown college, but the Raiders defense got the job done. In the first meeting, Raiders 7.3 yards per play, Chiefs 6.3 yards per play. There was nothing fraudulent about that win. You start to look at some of the trends and angles, though, and it may take you a little bit off the Raiders side. Let's start with Andy Reid off a bye. Andy Reid off a bye. I got him 18-3 straight up, 14-7 ATS in the regular season. Throwing the playoffs is probably better than that. This is his 22nd season as an NFL head coach. That's a sample size worth paying attention to. Okay, Reid off a bye has been really good. Chiefs, the only game this year where they had extra time to prepare was week 1. Oh, they won and covered that game by 2 touchdowns. Secondly, this is a system from Ralph Michaels. That, again, it makes sense. It passed the does it make sense test. It's an NFL single season revenge test system. Same season, you've the team that lost the first meeting as a home favorite. There's a couple of parameters. Okay. They have to lose the first meeting as a home favorite, like the Chiefs did. They have to be a good team, a winning percentage of 60% or better, which the Chiefs are. And the line has to be that you have to be a small dog of +4 or less, or a road favorite in the rematch. So they're priced as good or better than their opponent, like the Chiefs are. And the last thing you do, you got to throw out the final week of the season, week 16 or week 17. There's lots of divisional games, and you don't know what's going to happen there. But using those 4 parameters, lost the first time as a home favorite, good team with a winning percentage over 600, small dog or road favorite, and take out game 16, 13-0 against the spread since 2015, 18-1 against the spread since 2010, and the average cover has come by more than 10 points a game. So it's a system you want to be aware of, and that system points squarely at Kansas City this week. I don't know what to do. I'm probably not playing the game. I think, I'm not in a rush to step in front of the Raiders. They are getting better, and they're getting better on defense. And yet, given Reid's track record, given that system that has worked so well, I don't look to step in front of Kansas City here. Probably a pass for me as well. And it's worth noting the Chiefs' offensive line is not injuries. It's Mitchell Schwartz, right. Eric Fisher, and Martin Rankin, all of whom are tackles, the 2 starting tackles and their top backup. They're all on the COVID list this week. They may be cleared on Saturday, and maybe they won't. We're not going to know until, at the earliest, I think 24 hours before kickoff, whether Casey's going to have anything resembling their normal offensive line.
Got to try.
I keep on grouping COVID in with injuries because it ends up on the same list. Might play, might not play, and so it falls into the same category. But you're right. I stand corrected on that. They're not hurt. Yeah. They're probably not even sick, but we know how this thing works.
Right. Some guys get sick, some guys don't, and we don't know.
And what we do know, though, is those numbers don't lie with Andy Reid. So tread lightly, folks. You got to pass, and you probably won't be on the card. Probably definitely not going to be on the card. So tread lightly, guys. But now would be a good time for you to head over to sportsmemo.com for Teddy, WagerTalk.com for Mr. Koken here. 119 will get you every one of their plays, whatever makes the card in football, college, and NFL. 119. You get it right through the end of the month. Head over there now. Dave, Teddy, appreciate it, guys. Best of luck on the card. Thanks for stopping by.